Doing good. I'm well. How are you?
I can't see your face.
Oh,
Anyway, I'm okay. It's a new week, and I'm happy to be alive and well. Oh, we're going live, by the way, on Facebook and on YouTube, right?
we're on Facebook, YouTube, so hop on,
Mhm.
jump on, roll on. Mhm.
yes. So, how was your weekend, Timoy?
My weekend was good. It was a
Mm-hmm.
peaceful and restful weekend for me.
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Anything special?
no, nothing special. I rested. How about you?
I'm happy to hear. It was a good weekend too.
Mhm.
Uh, I it was I don't know. It was okay. I think I got some rest ish. I
Mhm.
mean, I've been doing some schoolwork, so it's that time of the semester where the schoolwork just turn up. The load is there,
Oh,
so I have exams coming up. I have all kind of assignments due, right? So it's been hectic, but I'm giving God thanks for life, and I'm grateful that I could be here,
yes,
So
alive and well.
alive and well, you're still,
Mhm.
even through the midst of the storm, you still have to give God praise. Amen.
Yes, amen. Preach
Yes,
it.
of course. You're having
Mhm.
a bad day, that's fine, but it's not a bad life. You're having a bad day, but you still worship a good God. Amen. Anyway, today is it's Monday inside a brand new week, and I got a brand new story to share with you guys. So because it's Monday, and every Monday we do some reading, so stick around to find out what today is today. Like, what we're going to read today. You will find out soon. So, of course, before I we play some music, of course, I'm going to give you some reading tips. So, reading strategies as a mental process help the reader efficiently comprehend text. In other words, they're the tool readers to use to understand what's written on a page. These strategies can be taught directly to understand and are critical for literacy development. So, reading tip one, conducting discussions. So, reading and discussion or discussing are linked as one enhances the other. When we discuss a text we've read, we better understand it, see new things in that we hadn't noticed, and we gain insights, of course, into the writing process and hear different perspectives on what it is saying. So, discussions are a way to assess the student's understanding and help them understand the texts more completely. Do you like reading? Do you like to read, Timoy?
Yes, I love reading,
That's
you know.
great. Why? Tell me why you love
Okay,
to read.
separate and apart from, building your vocabulary,
Mm-hmm.
reading puts you in a state of mind where it can eases your stress.
Right.
So I find reading as a good stress reliever for me.
Whoa.
Also, we live in a time where knowledge is key. You have to know in the know. So for
That's
me, I
true.
love to read about
Yes.
things, and uh, the information that is there, it's
Mm-hmm.
so fascinating that sometimes we take it for granted. But when we read, like a story, you can laugh, you read some interesting facts.
That's true.
And the reason why I enjoy reading,
Mm-hmm.
I shared with persons on a day-to-day basis. My friends, my family, and the shows that I'm producing. So it requires me to read.
Right.
So I
Right.
love reading.
That's
Hmm.
great.
It's
That's
my
great.
happy place to be.
Whoa. Reading is so
Mhm.
important. It builds your vocabulary. I used to read like Wattpad books. I don't know if you know what Wattpad. That's an app.
And no, I don't know those.
Well, others out there
Mhm.
might know what I'm talking about, but I used to read that a lot. I mean, I stopped using the app though, but of course, I have to read daily. I have to read for my degree.
Mhm.
I have to read my scripts as well. Even when
Mhm.
in your regular conversation, in your texting, you have to read.
True.
So we can't get away from reading. So we have a nice story for you guys. And I can't wait to read it. It's really, really interesting. So of course we're going to
I think you
get
have a teacher here.
a teacher, really?
Romain
Uh-huh.
Garrett Butler. He has my last
Yes.
name, my namesake.
Your namesake. Also, good afternoon
uh,
to my friends on WhatsApp. Hi, Jackie. Good afternoon to you guys. Hi, Sister Riri. And hi, Sister Murphy. Good afternoon to you guys. And hi to my friends on Facebook and YouTube. Good afternoon. Big up on yourself. Bless up. Yeah, my teacher would say big up and bless up. So, yes, guys, we're going to take some music and we'll be right back.
Come on now, ping pong chairs, they're so amazing, they're so good. Feed your craving, chocolate rich, you'll be craving more and more and more and more. Here comes the craze. Ping pong chairs, so good. Feed your cravings, you know you want to. Here comes the craze. This chocolate has got you, real chocolate flavor. Charles chocolate, here comes the craze.
Santa Claus, do you ever come to the ghetto? Santa Claus, do you ever wonder why we suffer so? Santa Claus, when will you come to the ghetto? Santa Claus, we would like to see how your reindeer goes. All year long, we've been beating down time. How we hold on to those hard times. We ain't gonna fight, we ain't gonna fuss. We're all of the presents that you brought for us. Santa Claus, do you ever come to the ghetto? Santa Claus, do you ever wonder why we suffer so? Santa Claus, when will you come to the ghetto? Santa Claus, we would like to see how those reindeer go. See you in the papers, you're on TV, giving the toys to some big thing. Wondering what's happening to poor people like me. Is it because we know how to do? Santa Claus, do you ever come to the ghetto? Santa Claus, do you ever wonder why we suffer so? See you in the papers, you're on TV, giving the toys to some big king. Wondering what's happening to poor people like me. Is it because we know how to do? Santa Claus, do you ever come to the ghetto? Santa Claus, do you ever wonder why we suffer so? Santa Claus, when will you come to the ghetto? Santa Claus, we would like to see how those reindeer go. All year long, they've been beating down time, but how we hold on to those hard times. We ain't gonna fight, we ain't gonna fuss. We're all of the presents that you brought for us. Santa Claus, do you ever come to the ghetto? Santa Claus, do you ever wonder why we suffer so? Santa Claus, when will you come to the ghetto? Santa Claus, we would like to see how those reindeer go. Santa Claus, it is fun when you are in the ghetto. Santa Claus, oh, I hate to see those babies cry. Santa Claus, when will you come to the ghetto? Santa Claus, we would like to see how those
Wow. You love that song, Timoy?
Yeah, that's a buzz, I guess.
You believe in Santa Claus?
No,
What you believe in?
what I believe in.
Not Santa Claus.
Not Santa Claus. I believe in Jesus Christ, but not
That's
Santa
it.
Claus. But
That's it.
it's good to have someone to give the children gifts and stuff like
Elders
that.
and parents giving them gifts.
Yeah, man. Okay.
What are my Facebook friends saying? You know,
Ah,
you control the comment section or
Bailey
YouTube
and
or so.
Nelson. Good
Mm-hmm.
afternoon.
Good afternoon to you
Auntie
guys.
Vashti. We have Shernet Simit,
Mm-hmm.
Sonia Hamilton,
Okay.
Norma Henry,
Okay.
Gloria Powell, Jacette Palmer,
All right.
Greg Andrews.
Okay. Good afternoon to you guys.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Small People Show. So today, as I said earlier, is today's reading day. And the title of the story is Colin's Grumpy Christmas. I'm so excited. All right, let's go. So it was getting around to that time of year, and all the little tadpoles who live in the pond were very, very, very excited. Yippee! They were saying, we're going to have lots and lots and lots of green slime for lunch, and presents, and games, and wrapping paper. Oh, hark, the little tadpoles, said Colin from beneath a stone. No, they're going to have wrapping paper in a pond. That's really intelligent. It's not as if paper is going to get all soggy in the water. Prince Bertie, the frog, was sitting on a stone watching all the tadpoles swimming in somersaults and circles, and he was starting to feel quite Christmassy. At this time of year, he always remembered the lovely Princess Beatrice. How, when he was still a princess, they used to walk hand in hand over the frosty lawns and around the palace ponds, and she would ask him, Bertie, darling dearest, do you think that fish could get cold in water? I'm quite sure that I saw that big, ugly carp shiver. Poor thing. No wonder his face looks so grumpy. Can't we get the water heated for the pond life? And Bertie would say, My precious Petal, you are truly the sweetest princess in the whole wide world. But don't worry yourself on account of the frogs and fishes. They aren't like humans, they don't mind the cold at all. But now that poor Prince Bertie has been turned into a frog, he knows differently. Brr, he said, if only I could have a nice hot bath. Colin overheard Bertie saying this and said, Ah, at long last, a voice of reason. Bertie, you and I are the only sensible creatures in this pond. Doesn't all this Merry Christmas stuff drive you crazy? It's the coldest, darkest, most boring time of the year, and everyone keeps telling you to be happy. Ugh. Well, actually, I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, said Bertie. Christmas is cold in this part of the world, but it is merry. No, it's not, said Colin. It's a pain. Yes, it is merry, said Bertie. It's a time of goodwill to all creatures on earth. Rubbish, said Colin. Just then, Tim, who is a tiny tadpole, swam up to Colin's left nostril and said, Oh, Mr. Carp, what do you want for Christmas? That's easy, said Colin glumly. I want to be alone. No, as Bertie always say, you should never wish for something unless you truly want it in your heart, for you never know your wish might come true, and then you will be sorry. It just so happened that the Christmas fairy was swimming past when Colin asked to be alone, and she heard this wish and reported it back to Santa. On Christmas night, when Santa came down to the pond with a sack full of fresh green slime for all the pond life, he scooped up the sleeping Colin into a bucket of water and took him over to another pond at the other end of the garden. A pond where nobody lived except a gold statue of cherub, and the cherub didn't really live at all. He just spouted water out of his mouth. Ho, 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 said Santa. There you are, Carp. Santa always delivers. This Christmas you shall be alone. In the morning, Colin opened his sleepy eyes and said to himself, Oh no, it's the worst day of the year. Those tadpoles will soon be singing Christmas carols. I think I'll just hide under a stone until it's all over. But after a while, he couldn't help noticing that the pond was strangely quiet. He swam around a bit and found that it was wonderfully free of stilly tadpoles, quacking ducks, stuck up swans, and deluded frogs who think that they are princes. This is fabulous, said Colin. Just listen to that peace and quiet. Santa must have heard my wish and given me my own pond for Christmas. That's because I've been such a good carp all year round. Thank you, Santa. I'm truly grateful. The only problem is, it's just perfect. What am I going to grump about? Oh, never mind that. I'm happy. He even did a little dance in the water because nobody was looking, and he really was happy to be alone for once. In the royal palace, all the children who lived there were very excited about all the presents waiting to be opened under the Christmas tree. But the wicked queen was in a furious mood because she simply hates Christmas even more than Colin does. She went into the kitchen where the cook and her helpers were all working hard making lunch. The queen screeched, No turkey! I hate turkey! It's the stupidest bird that was ever eaten. Oh, madam, said the cook, I ordered the turkey weeks ago. There's nothing else for lunch. Well, let everyone else stuff themselves silly with turkey and roast potatoes. A queen has to mind her figure. I want something healthy. I want fish. In fact, I want poached carp with a little sprig of parsley. And with those words, the queen swept out of the kitchen and went upstairs to shout at the children. Princess Beatrice loved Christmas Day more than any other day in the whole world. In the whole year. She was just coming back from church when she decided to take a little walk around the ponds and remember her long lost Prince Bertie. Her happiness was tingled with sadness as she thought about her handsome prince, whom she hadn't seen for quite a while, but she was sure that he would return one day from a brave quest, and they would be married and live happily ever after. At the edge of the garden, she stopped at the pond where Colin was enjoying his solitude. Even though he was happy, his face still looked grumpy. It was just made that way. Poor fish, said Beatrice. He's all on his own on Christmas Day. I'm sure he's the same one I've seen many times before on the other side of the garden, in that slimy pond where the funny looking frogs live. I know I'll go and get a net and a bucket, and I'll take him back to the other pond so he can have some company. That will be a lovely Christmas present for him. Colin heard this and he said, Oh no, your royal highness. That's not what I want at all. But Beatrice couldn't understand what Colin was saying because he was just a fish. And besides, he was speaking underwater. Instead, she turned around and hurried back to the palace to look for a bucket and a net. At the same time, the cook was wondering where she was going to find a carp to poach for the queen's lunch. As it was Christmas Day, All the shops were shut, even the special shops that work by royal appointment. Then she remembered that she had seen a fat carp swimming around one of the ponds in the garden, and she went out to look for him. In his pond, Colin was feeling his usual grumpy self again. Oh well, he said to himself, soon the air-headed princess will be fishing me out of here and taking me back to Bertie's pond. That's what I hate about Christmas. If people laid off doing good deeds and minded their own business, we would all be a lot happier. Then he heard a voice, but it wasn't Princess Beatrice's. It was the cook, and she was saying, there he is. He's an ugly brute, but he'll look a lot better when he's on a plate with a sprig of parsley in his mouth. I'll tell the kitchen boy to come down here with a net and fish him out. What's this? Said Colin. On a plate with a sprig of parsley in my mouth? Oh no! Christmas truly is the worst day of the year, and it looks like it's going to be the last day ever. He started to swim around in a panic rather, looking for somewhere to hide. But the pond was not like the one where Bertie lived. There was no slime, no muddy bottom, no big rocks. It was just full of pure, clean water. In fact, it was the worst place in the entire world for a fish to hide in. Soon Colin felt himself being lifted up the air. He was wriggling and fighting and gasping for breath, but he just got his fins tangled in the net. Then plop! He was dropped. Not even in a bucket, but a plastic shopping bag full of water. The indignity of it, said Colin. Carried to my own funeral in a shopping bag? Merry Christmas! It was very dark inside the bag, and he couldn't see where he was going. Then the motion stopped. They had arrived. He got ready to whack the cook around the face with his tail. At least they will say that Colin the carp went down fighting, he said to himself. The bag turned upside down, and all the water and Colin with it went slopping out. That's it, thought Colin. Straight into the cooking pot. Splash! All his scales tingled with lovely cold water. Oh, look, said a squeaky little voice. There's Colin. He's coming out of hiding. All the little tadpoles were swimming around singing. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas. And Princess Beatrice said, Merry Christmas, Fun Life. The cook didn't make poached carp for the wicked queen's lunch because when she went back to the pond, Colin had mysteriously disappeared. But it didn't matter because the queen decided to skip Christmas altogether, and she went up to her room. As for Colin, for the first time in his long, grumpy life, he was very, very, very Merry Christmas because he was so glad to be alive and with his friends. The end. You're not clapping with me, more.
I'm clapping.
The end. What was that for you?
It was good.
I like
really
that.
enjoyed that.
Poor Colin. What an ending. I really thought that would be his last Christmas for real.
But the story, has a turn
As
to
a
it.
plot twist.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. This was a good story. Colin wanted to be alone. He was so grumpy. But after all, his Christmas was really Merry Christmas because his life
still
was
alive.
saved. Yeah, he was still alive. Right. I love that. I love that. Love that story. And the title of the story is Colin's Grumpy Christmas. And so, parents, you can, read these lovely Christmas story to your kids, and let them have some fun. Reading is fun. And after which, you can ask them some questions and see if they were listening. Right? So beautiful. Beautiful. Love that song. I mean, story. All right. So, of course, every day is a day. And today is what? Which day is today? Timoy.
Just a minute.
I'm trying to look for the day. Today is what day? Why I can't find it, Timoy?
Universal Health Coverage Day.
Repeat.
It's Universal Health Coverage Day.
Oh, I'm seeing it
Right
right.
here.
So today is Universal Health Coverage Day, and it's observed annually on December 12th with the aim to ensure people around the world can get the quality health services they need without financial hardship. So, of course, five interesting facts about Global Health Coverage Day or Universal Health Coverage Day. One, healthcare is not provided worldwide. Whoa, it's too expensive for many. Phones, childbirth contributes to many deaths, and malaria kills half of Zambian children. Whoa. So, how to observe the day? You can observe um, the yearly theme. And what's the year today? This year's theme, not seeing it, but you can join a campaign, and of course, you can share statistics on social media. So today is Universal Health Coverage Day. Interesting. So enjoy your day, guys. Of course, you have to end with a lovely tip or a thought of the day, and it is true wealth is found in being content with what you have. Indeed. Hi, Sarah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Good afternoon again to my Facebook friends, my WhatsApp friends, and my YouTube friends. Have yourself a wonderful day. And remember, give God thanks for life. You know, you see how Colin was, he was happy for his life. So today, let's give God thanks for life, right? Amen. Anyway, whoosh, we're out of here.